Jennifer Chen felt the world collapse around her as she held the certified letter. What was written on the law firm's official letterhead couldn't be real. Her father had recorded a new will video before his death, leaving his entire $8.7 million estate to her brother Michael. The law firm had verified the video. Probate court had approved it. The money had already been transferred, but Jennifer had been with her father the day before he died. She'd held his hand in the hospital room. She'd heard his last words, and those last words weren't, "I'm leaving everything to Michael." They were, "Split it equally, always take care of each other." Something was impossibly wrong with that video. Robert Chen was one of Silicon Valley's most successful second-generation immigrants. He'd come to America from Taiwan with his parents in the 1960s when he was 3 years old. For 40 years, he'd worked in the tech sector, founded 4 different startups, sold 2 to major corporations, and by retirement had accumulated an $8.7 million fortune. He had 2 children, Jennifer, 42, a pediatrician in San Francisco, and Michael, 45, a failed entrepreneur who'd bankrupted 3 startups in the last 5 years. Robert and Michael's relationship had always been tense. The father was tired of his son constantly asking for money, his irresponsibility, his failures, his excuses. Over the last 5 years, Michael had asked his father for loans 3 times. The first time, $80,000. The second time, $120,000. The third time, $200,000. Each time he'd said, "This time will be different. This startup will succeed." Each time, he'd gone bankrupt. Robert had stopped giving money. "Stand on your own feet," he'd say. "I'm not going to give you fish. I'm trying to teach you how to fish." Jennifer, on the other hand, was her father's pride and joy. She'd finished medical school, graduated from Stanford, become a pediatrician, succeeded in her career, stood on her own feet, never been a burden to her father. Robert always told Jennifer, "You're my source of pride." To Michael, he'd say, "I hope you'll grow up someday." On February 15, 2024, Robert Chen had a heart attack. He was rushed to Stanford Hospital. Doctors said his condition was critical. Cardiac arrest, left ventricular failure, coronary artery blockage. Robert's chance of survival was 30%. Jennifer came to the hospital every day. She'd arrive at 7 a.m., stay until 11 p.m. She'd hold her father's hand, talk to him, read books to him. Michael only visited twice, and each time he brought up money. On the first visit, Michael started with, "You know I have new startup ideas. If you could just invest a little." Robert opened his eyes, said in a tired voice, "Not now, Michael." Michael pouted and left after 20 minutes. On the second visit, Michael was more aggressive. "Dad, if something happens, I need to know what's in your will." Robert snapped. "Jennifer and you will split equally. Everything's written up with lawyer Donovan. Now go. I need to rest." Michael left early again. On the evening of February 16th, Jennifer was by her father's side. Robert squeezed his daughter's hand and whispered, "My will is safe. With lawyer Donovan, everything will be split equally. You and Michael, take care of each other, love each other," Jennifer said through tears. "I promise, Dad." Robert smiled. It was his last smile. That night, at 11:47 p.m., Robert Chen died. His heart stopped. Doctors attempted resuscitation for 20 minutes, but failed. The funeral was on February 22nd. About 200 people attended. Robert's business associates, former employees, family friends, neighbors. Michael gave an emotional speech at the ceremony, talking about what an amazing person his father had been, how he'd been an inspiration, how he'd always been supportive. Jennifer was surprised by her brother's performance. For the last 5 years, Michael had only spoken negatively about their father. "He doesn't understand me. He's too strict. He doesn't trust me." But now at the funeral, he was crying, calling him an amazing father. Jennifer said nothing. Everyone was grieving. Maybe Michael was genuinely remorseful. For a week after the funeral, Jennifer cleaned her father's house. She packed his belongings, collected memories. Michael never helped. "I'm too busy," he said. "There's a new business opportunity." Jennifer worked alone, in her father's office, his bookshelves, his files. Everything was in its place. Robert was an organized man. On March 8, 2024, Jennifer received a call from lawyer Donovan. "Jennifer, we need to meet. There's been a new development." When Jennifer arrived at the law office, Donovan's face looked tense. "We found a video," the lawyer said, "on Robert's laptop, dated March 15th. A new will declaration." Jennifer froze. "March 15th? My father died on February 16th? "I know," Donovan said, "but the file's metadata says March 15th, 2024. I assume Robert recorded it much earlier, but we only just found it. Or maybe the laptop clock was set wrong. The date might have changed during file transfer. But the content appears authentic. I need you to watch the video." When the screen opened, Jennifer saw her father. Robert Chen was sitting in his home office. Bookshelves behind him, the same bookshelves Jennifer had cleaned a week ago. Computer camera in front. His voice was clear, the image HD quality. "My name is Robert Chen," the man on screen said. "This is my last will and testament. I revoke all previous wills. I leave all my assets, my $8.7 million in real estate, investments and savings accounts, to my son Michael Chen. I love my daughter Jennifer, but she can take care of herself. Michael needs support, precisely that's why I'm leaving all my assets to him. Jennifer is a doctor. She has a good income. She's married. She's happy. Michael is still searching for his place in life. I need to help him. This is my final wish." March 15th, 2024. The video ended. Jennifer stared at the screen in shock. That was her father's voice, his face, his manner of speaking. Even those familiar pauses. Robert would always pause before saying something important. Take a deep breath. He'd done it in the video too. But the words were completely wrong. "This is fake," Jennifer said. "My father didn't say this. He couldn't have." Donovan shook his head. "We had forensic video analysis done, deepfake testing. 3 separate expert firms examined it. Result: authentic. Voice recognition software gave it a 99.4% match. Facial movements are real. Eye blink patterns normal. No signs of video manipulation. Compression artifacts normal. Lighting consistent. But my father died on February 16th. How was this video recorded on March 15th? "The date is probably an error," the lawyer said. "Maybe Robert had his computer clock set wrong, or the metadata got corrupted during file transfer. The technical team said it's possible, but the content is authentic and legally valid. Robert's own voice, his own face, his own words. The court approved it. Michael received the entire amount as legal heir." "When?" Jennifer said, her voice trembling. "Yesterday, $8.7 million was transferred to Michael Chen's account." When Jennifer left the law office, she could barely stand. Her brother had received $8.7 million, and Jennifer had received nothing. But more importantly, her father's final wish had been violated. Or was Jennifer remembering wrong? Maybe her father had genuinely changed his mind. No, impossible. Jennifer knew what she'd heard in that hospital room. Split it equally, clear, definite, no doubt. That night, Jennifer watched the video over and over. She'd requested a copy from the lawyer. On her laptop, with headphones, she listened to every word, studied every facial expression, noted every pause. Something was wrong, but she couldn't figure out what. Then, at the 1:34 mark in the video, her father said a word. "Precisely." Jennifer stopped, rewound, listened again. "Michael needs support. Precisely, that's why I'm leaving all my assets to him. Precisely." Jennifer froze. She'd known her father for 47 years. Robert Chen had never once used the word precisely in his life. Jennifer wasn't completely sure, maybe once, maybe in a business meeting, but never in casual conversation. Her father would say exactly. He'd say right. He'd say that's it. He'd say absolutely. He'd say you got it. But precisely, never. Jennifer watched old family videos. Last year's Christmas, the previous year's 70th birthday party for her father, 2019 Thanksgiving, 2017 family vacation in Hawaii, hours of recordings, hundreds of sentences from her father. Exactly right. That's exactly what I mean. Right. That's it. Absolutely. No, precisely. Anywhere. Jennifer found her father's old business meeting recordings. Robert used to record meetings before retirement. Over 40 recordings from 2015-2018. Jennifer listened to all of them. She heard precisely twice, but both times from someone else's mouth. Not from Robert. This word wasn't something that would come out of her father's mouth. The next day, Jennifer decided to hire a private investigator. She did research, best private investigator in San Francisco, cold case detective, fraud investigation specialist, and she saw David Harrington's name, former FBI, 180+ solved cases, specialties, tech crimes, identity theft, fraud. Jennifer made an appointment. David Harrington was taking notes in his office as he listened to Jennifer Chen. "So your father never used the word precisely?" "Never," Jennifer said. 47 years, thousands of conversations. I reviewed old video recordings, business meetings. I heard it twice from other people's mouths, but my father never said it. But in this video, he uses it. David nodded. It might seem like a small detail, but speech patterns are very personal. Every person has favorite words, sentence structures, pauses. If someone's imitating your father's speaking style, these kinds of small inconsistencies can emerge, especially if they're using artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, Jennifer said. "You think it's a deep fake?" "I don't know yet," David said, "but forensic analysis isn't 100% certain, especially since deepfake technology has advanced incredibly in the last 2 years. In 2024, we can now clone someone's voice and face almost perfectly. We just need enough data. I'd like to show your video to our technical team, Sam Reeves, our best audio forensics expert. If there's any AI signature in this video, Sam will find it." David called Sam Reeves. "Sam, I'm sending you a video. Possible deepfake. I need your deepest analysis." "Got it," Sam said. "How soon do you need it? How long will it take?" "Full analysis? 48 hours. But I can give you preliminary results in 6 hours." "6 hours is fine. Get started." Sam Reeves was examining the video in the audio forensics laboratory. 3 screens were arranged in front of her. The first screen played the video. The second showed sound waveforms, frequency spectrums, harmonic analysis. The third ran AI detection algorithms. Sam was separating Robert Chen's voice layer by layer. Fundamental frequency, formant frequencies, spectral envelope, pitch contour, jitter, shimmer, harmonics to noise ratio. She compared each parameter against human voice standards. For the first 2 hours, everything looked normal. Robert Chen's voice seemed real. But as Sam went deeper, she started finding small anomalies. At 1:12, in the word assets, a 0.2-second pitch discontinuity. At 1:34, right before the word precisely, a 0.4-second waveform interruption. At 2:18, in the phrase final wish, a micro-stutter 0.1 second of sound repetition. Human voice doesn't interrupt like this. When humans speak, sound is a continuous flow. But AI voice is different. AI analyzes text, breaks it into phonemes, generates each sound unit separately, then combines them. During this combination, micro-glitches can occur. Sam ran an AI voice detection algorithm. The software analyzed the voice in the video across 10 different parameters. Result, 87% probability AI generated. Sam called David. "Found it. This is a deepfake." David and Jennifer came to the laboratory. "Look," Sam said, showing the waveforms on screen. "At surface level, everything looks perfect. Sound quality, timbre, rhythm, all seem to belong to Robert Chen. But when I do deep analysis, I found AI signatures at 3 different points." Sam went to the 1:34 mark in the video. "Look, right before the word precisely, there's a 0.4-second anomaly. The sound waves show a sudden interruption. Human voice doesn't interrupt like this, but AI voice does, because the algorithm is generating the word, not speaking naturally." "So this is a deep fake?" Jennifer said. holding her breath. "I'm certain," Sam said. "Someone cloned Robert Chen's voice. They probably used at least 40 hours of voice recordings. The AI analyzed these recordings and learned Robert's speech patterns, pitch, tone, accent, pauses, everything. Then it generated new sentences using a text-to-speech engine. 99% realistic but not 100%. That 1% difference, these micro-glitches, is the proof." "But who did it?" Jennifer said. "To find that out," David said, "we need to research who could have recorded 40 hours of Robert Chen's voice. Family videos? Business recordings? Phone conversations?" "Michael," Jennifer said suddenly. "Michael has a YouTube channel. He's been uploading videos for years." David and Sam exchanged glances. David called Elena Cortez. "Elena, I need you to research Michael Chen's entire digital footprint, especially YouTube, social media. Could he have recorded his father's voice somehow?" "Looking into it now," Elena said. Elena Cortez was working in her office, in front of 3 screens. First screen showed Michael Chen's LinkedIn profile. Second, Facebook. Third, YouTube. "Found it," Elena said, calling David 20 minutes later. "Michael Chen has a YouTube channel called Tech Entrepreneur Journey, active since 2019, 47 videos uploaded." "What's the content?" David said. "Mostly vlog style. Michael's business experiences, startup advice, entrepreneurship stories. But here's what's interesting. Most of the videos feature phone conversations with his father. Michael puts the phone on speaker, talks with Robert Chen, records it. My dad's business advice style. Over 30 videos total. All of them clearly feature Robert's voice. How long are they? Varies. Shortest is 15 minutes. Longest is 90 minutes. I calculated the total. 47 hours, 23 minutes of Robert Chen's voice." David took a deep breath. 47 hours, perfect for AI voice cloning. "Exactly," Elena said. "And there's more. I looked at Michael's LinkedIn connections. In September 2023, he connected with the founder of a company called VoiceGen AI. The company does AI voice cloning. Slogan, clone any voice with 40 hours of samples. Michael invested $10,000 in the company that same month. It's visible on AngelList. Michael had everything he needed to clone his own father's voice," David said. 40+ hours of voice recordings, direct access to AI cloning technology, and an $8.7 million motivation. "What do we do?" Elena said. "Time to gather evidence," David said. "We need to examine Michael Chen's computer. I'll talk to the FBI." David went to the FBI's San Francisco field office. He met with his former colleague, Special Agent Morrison. "David, how long has it been?" Morrison said. 3 years, David said. "Listen, Frank, I've got a case. Deepfake fraud. $8.7 million. Suspect is the victim's son. I have strong evidence, but I need physical evidence. Computer, hard drives, phone. Can you get a search warrant?" Morrison reviewed the file David presented, Sam's audio forensics report, Elena's digital investigation findings, Jennifer's statement. "This is enough," Morrison said. "We have probable cause. I'll go to Judge Peterson. We'll have the warrant in 48 hours. 2 days later, FBI agents raided Michael Chen's home in San Jose. 6 a.m., Michael was sleeping. There was a knock on the door. "FBI, we have a search warrant." Michael opened the door in shock. 6 agents entered. Computers, phones, hard drives, USB sticks were collected. Everything went into evidence bags. "What's going on?" Michael said. "I didn't do anything." "Michael Chen, you're under investigation for deepfake fraud and wire fraud," Morrison said. "You need to come with us for questioning." Michael's face went pale. Sam Reeves was examining Michael's laptop in the FBI Digital Forensics Laboratory. A clone was made of the hard drive. Every file was scanned. Deleted files were recovered. Sam found the VoiceGen AI software. Michael had downloaded the software in October 2023. She looked at the usage history. January 12, 2024, Robert Chen Voice Training DASON folder created. 47 audio files uploaded. Total 47 hours, 18 minutes. January 15th, 2024. AI model training began. Lasted 72 hours. January 18th, 2024. Training completed. Voice model accuracy 99.4%. February 10th, 2024. First test. Generated sentence. Hello, this is Robert Chen. February 12-14, 2024. 15 different test sentences. Michael was having the AI speak in his father's voice, checking the results, trying to increase accuracy. February 16th, 2024. Robert Chen died. February 18th, 2024. Michael wrote final will draft.txt file. Will text. February 20, March 14th, 2024. 7 different video versions created. From Dad Final Will v1.mp4 to Dad Final Will v7. March 15th, 2024. Final version. Deepfake Lab, used for facial animation. Michael extracted facial movements from his father's old videos, 200+ frames, then synchronized these frames with the AI voice, eye blinks, lip movement, facial muscles, all realistic. Final file, Dad Final Will v7.mp4 seconds. An ultra-realistic deepfake video of Robert Chen appearing to say an $8.7 million lie. Sam reported to Morrison. It's all here. Michael started preparing a month before his father's death. Trained the AI model. The day his father died, he wrote the will text, then spent 2 weeks creating the perfect video. 7 attempts. Finally succeeded. Morrison smiled. Great work, Sam. We'll crush him in court with this evidence. David sat Michael Chen down in the FBI interrogation room. Laptop, files, evidence, photos on the table. Michael, I'm going to ask you a few questions, David said. I want my lawyer, Michael said. Of course, that's your right, David said. But first I want you to see this. David turned the laptop. VoiceGen AI usage logs on screen. Robert Chen voice model. 47 hours of training data. Final Will v7. Final version. Michael's eyes widened. You collected 47 hours of audio, David said. You recorded phone conversations with your father, uploaded them to YouTube, taught them to AI. Then you wrote the will text and had AI read it. In your father's voice, you animated his face with Deepfake Lab. You created a perfect deepfake, and you stole $8.7 million. Michael remained silent. Want to talk? David said. Michael took a deep breath, then spoke. Prove it. Sam entered the room. Folder in hand. Here's the proof. VoiceGen AI usage logs. Your IP address. 47 hours of audio data. March 15th, 2024, 2:22 p.m. Robert Chen. Voice model final will script file created. Same day, 6:47 p.m. Video rendered. Deepfake Lab metadata. Screen recordings. Deleted files recovery. Everything's here. Michael's hands trembled. Why did you do it, Michael? David said, softening his voice. Michael closed his eyes. Because my father never loved me. Are you sure about that? David said. I'm sure, Michael said, his voice breaking. I failed at everything. I bankrupted every startup. Every time I asked for money, he said no. Jennifer did everything. Medical school, doctor, perfect life. Me, I was just the son who caused disappointment. So the money was revenge, David said. David said, no, Michael said. The money was a chance at survival. I have debts. $340,000 in credit card debt. My house is in foreclosure. I'm on the edge of bankruptcy. If I got $8.7 million, I could fix everything. I could make a fresh start. So did you kill your father? David said, with a sharp tone. Michael raised his head, eyes wide. What? No, never. I didn't kill him. He had a heart attack. Natural. I just saw an opportunity afterward. An $8.7 million opportunity. Yes, Michael said, hanging his head. Precisely that's why you did it, David said. Michael froze. What did you say? Precisely. The word your father said in the video, but he never used that word. The AI pulled it from training data, from someone else's videos. The AI learned it, but it wasn't your father's word. That's how you got caught, Michael. One small word. Precisely. Michael closed his eyes, his head fell into his hands, and he started crying. Michael Chen's trial began in September 2024. Federal court charges will fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, computer fraud. The prosecutor presented evidence. Sam Reeves explained the audio forensics report, showed the 0.4-second glitch, shared AI detection results. The jury listened carefully. Elena Cortez showed Michael's YouTube channel, 47 hours of Robert Chen's voice, VoiceGen AI connection, $10,000 investment. The FBI digital forensics expert explained all the evidence from Michael's laptop, VoiceGen usage logs, 7 different video versions, Deepfake lab metadata. Jennifer Chen testified from the witness stand. She recounted her father's last words, "Split it equally, take care of each other." Her eyes filled with tears. My father would never say precisely. That word wasn't his. Michael's defense attorney argued that the technology was still new. AI detection wasn't 100% certain. Maybe Robert had genuinely changed his mind. But the evidence was too strong. The jury deliberated for 4 hours and 17 minutes. Verdict: guilty on all charges. The judge announced the sentence: 12 years federal prison, full restitution of $8.7 million, additional $500,000 fine. Michael Chen was led out of the courtroom in handcuffs. Jennifer Chen got her father's money back. But what she really won wasn't the money. It was the validation of her father's last words. Justice had been served. 1 week after the court decision, Jennifer donated half the money, $4.35 million, to children's hospitals, in her father's name, the Robert Chen Memorial Pediatric Fund, with the slogan, "A Better Future for Children." Deepfake technology is getting more advanced every day. In 2019, cloning someone's voice required 100 hours of voice samples. In 2024, just 10 minutes is enough. Recreating their face required 1,000 photos. Now 50 photos are sufficient. It's possible to generate completely fake, but 99.9% realistic videos. Michael Chen used this technology to steal his father's inheritance. But the same technology is being used for much more dangerous purposes. In 2024, the FBI opened 340 investigations related to deepfake crimes, a 180% increase from 2023. Identity fraud, political manipulation, corporate sabotage, fake pornography, ransom demands, stock market manipulation. In one case, a CEO's voice was cloned. The CFO was called, told urgently transfer $2.3 million. The CFO recognized the CEO's voice, made the transfer. Then they realized the CEO never called. It was AI. In another case, a mother heard her daughter's voice on the phone. "Mom, help, I've been kidnapped." The kidnapper demanded $50,000 ransom. The mother was ready to pay without going to police. But her daughter was safe. At school, the voice was 100% real because it was an AI clone made from 40 seconds of voice from TikTok videos. How do you protect yourself? First, create secret words or verification questions with family members. If someone calls in your voice asking for money, ask something only that person would know. "Mom, what was the name of the first toy you gave me as a child?" AI can't know that. Second, limit voice and video sharing on social media. Every video you share is training data for AI. Even 15-second TikTok videos are enough. Make your profile private. Only share with people you trust. Third, always use physical signatures and notarization for wills, contracts, official documents. Video alone isn't enough. Voice authentication isn't enough. Multi-factor authentication is essential. Fourth, if a video seems suspicious, pay attention to small details, word choices, pauses, eye blink patterns. AI isn't perfect. It still makes small mistakes, like precisely. Michael Chen was caught because of a 2.4-second glitch, but as technology improves, those glitches will disappear. New AI models will come out in 2025, more realistic, more error-free. One day, distinguishing deepfakes from reality might become impossible. Until that day comes, our only defense is suspicion, asking questions, verifying, and paying attention to small wrong words, because sometimes life's biggest truths are hidden in the smallest details. Jennifer Chen noticed the word precisely and uncovered an $8.7 million fraud. Pay attention too, because the next deepfake victim could be you.